Hi, everybody. Paul and Michael here. Michael's feeling a little rough today, so we're going to start this movie together, but he may move on and we'll just let him do that. We want to talk to you about something today that's very important, and it's something that a lot of people shy away from, but they shouldn't. We're going to talk about special needs kids and sex. This is something, I don't know, maybe because I'm a teacher and I claim to be an advocate. I used to teach autistic kids, and of course, Michael's 24 now. But lots of parents, usually, of special needs kids, message me and ask me how to address sexual desire with their special needs kids. It's a very good question, but they tend to get a little nervous about it. And that's, I think, a big problem in the United States. Sex, masturbation, people, you say the word masturbate to people and you go, ah, oh my God, you get this physical result, don't you, Michael? Yeah. It's not a bad word. It's not a bad thing. And it's a perfectly normal part of life. We have these bodies that have sexual needs. And that's true for people who have disabilities too. And repressing those needs and teaching kids, especially, this is really bad, teaching kids that sex or masturbation are evil, that's very damaging and sometimes can even have catastrophic results. People can become dangerous for repressing the sexual urge. Sexual urge is probably the strongest urge we have. So let's talk about it. It's something that every parent should step up and talk to their kids about. It's very important, and if more parents did that, we would have a lot fewer problems. A healthy sex life is very important, and that's whether you're on your own or whether you have a partner. Sex is an important part of life. It's a great way to release tension. It's also a very important part of love.
Yeah.
That's not a bad thing. I think actually sex, masturbation, feeling good, those are gifts we get for this life. So we do have to talk to our kids about some issues, though. And when I talked to Michael about this, I just made it clear that he would start to maybe touch himself in public, and I told him that's not okay. We do that in private. We can do that. It's not a bad thing, but we do it in private, not in Walmart. Okay, that's something that you do need to make clear. There's a time and place for it. Michael understood. There was no problem. The other thing I had to talk to him about was he was very, very curious, and still is, about women's bodies. And that's perfectly healthy also. But again, I had to make sure that he wasn't doing anything inappropriate because it was starting to be an issue, particularly in summer when we were out in stores and Michael would just kind of go over to women. It was kind of funny, but I also had to really squelch it. Young, attractive women would be out in short shorts, and Michael would go over and just kind of bend over and look at their legs. And I had to, it was obviously a little uncomfortable, but I had to talk to him about it and make it clear that that wasn't okay, that wasn't polite. And he was okay with it, and he stopped. He would also occasionally touch a woman's breasts. Breasts are pretty cool. I have to admit that sometimes I wish I had a pair. But we have to make it clear that touching women inappropriately, or for anybody, touching men inappropriately is also wrong. That is not okay. Certainly fine to have those desires, to see beauty and to admire it, but our kids can understand a whole lot more than we give them credit for. So we need to, I think, Michael, I didn't have to have this conversation, but I think most parents should talk to your teenage kids about birth control, about masturbation, talk to them about abstinence. Some kids can handle abstinence. Some people can. Lots of people cannot. But talk to your kids about everything and let them know that a healthy sex life is okay. It's not okay, I don't think, I don't like the whole sex buddy thing, just hooking up with a different person all the time. Obviously, it's dangerous for a lot of reasons, sexually transmitted diseases. Also, though, I think the emotional side, somebody's going to get hurt. Eventually, I think somebody's going to really maybe fall in love with somebody, or maybe it's going to be their first encounter with sex, and they're going to be crushed when somebody just moves on to the next body. So I don't really condone that. But in Michael's case, I didn't have to worry about that. But I would recommend parents talk to their kids about that. I don't think that's a real good idea, although now it seems like there's a lot of parents who are doing the same thing, and I don't really care for that. I believe in monogamy, and I believe in a good, healthy sexual relationship. And I think you need to communicate about it and talk about what you like. And that's another important thing to talk to your kids about. Communication. If they have questions about sex, have them ask. Tell them, please don't be afraid. I know it's weird to talk to your parents. Yes, parents are weird, and you think, oh, God, my parents having sex. Blah! Oh, but it does happen. Parents still do it. But we need to talk to our kids and say, look, sex is perfectly healthy, right? Yes? Is sex healthy? Yes?
Yes.
Yeah, see? So we need to talk to our kids and say, look, it's perfectly fine. Keep it lighthearted. Keep it, even funny. And I think you'll have better luck than, trying to talk to them about, well, this is the vagina and over here we have a penis. No, I think those names are kind of ridiculous. If you want to even come up with different names, this is Fiona and this is Herbert. Okay, that's much better. See, you can break the ice just like that. And that's especially helpful with special needs kids. You can keep it light, keep it fun, but you have to talk to your kids about this, and that includes your special needs kids. When I've touched on this before, I have gotten tons of angry replies telling me that I need God and my son needs God. That's the problem right there. People in the United States especially still cling to these prudish Puritan ideals that our founders had, and I don't understand it because it is really harmful. And your special needs child has sexual needs just like anybody else. And you need to address those and let them know it's okay. It's just that there are some ground rules they need to follow. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. So thanks for listening. And if you want to comment or ask us any questions, please feel free to email us, drop us a message, whatever you want to do. Please support my POV. I think it's a great platform, and there's a lot of interesting topics on it. You can learn a lot. It's kind of like podcasts with a video, and I really like it. So I hope you'll follow us there and a lot of other people who are on there. Say bye. Bye. Michael's off to watch a movie. Talk to you later.